And we're getting some breaking news about the conflict in Pakistan. Pakistan's cowardly Bachao Bachao call. Just 1 hour into war, Pakistan ran for mediation. Pakistan has pleaded with Qatar and Saudi. Allah ke waaste jang roko. See how Pakistan has chickened out.
زماته وی متبري سرچینې وویل یو ساعت وروسته یو ساعت د جګړې نه وروسته پاکستاني لوري په لوړه کچه قطر هیواد او سعودي دواړو ته زنګونه وهل چې د خدای خاطر وکړي منځګړیتوب وکړي او ورته ووایي چې جنګ بند کړي موږ جنګ نه کوو دا معتبره سرچینه ده زه مسؤلیت په غاړه اخلم دوی وړاندیز کړی دی د جګړې ځکه دوی پوهیږي چې افغانانو حوصله چې یو ځل بریزه شوله بیا د افغانانو غچ ډیر خطرناک دی ډیر خطرناک دی لہذا دوی موږ نه ازموي موږ د خپلو مقدساتو د خپل اسلامي نظام د خپل ملي منافعو په وړاندې د هیڅ یرغلګر په وړاندې چوپه خوله نه درېږو او بیا داسې انتقام اخلو چې د آینده تاریخونو لپاره عبرت وګرځي او دا جګړه خو موږ ته ډېره اسانه ده اوس موږ د 2000 او 5000 کیلومتره لرې دښمن سره داسې جګړه کړې ده چې شکست مور کړی دا خو لاس په لستوڼي موضوع ده دا خو ډېره اسانه ده خو موږ نه غواړو چې دې سره جګړه وکړو موږ د ورورولۍ ژوند غواړو موږ د اسلامي ورورګلوۍ ژوند غواړو د دوی لپاره هم خیر ارادې لرو.
Pranay joins me on this story. Pranay, immediately after the war between Afghanistan and Pakistan, Saudi and Qatar called upon to halt the war. They have been mediating in this issue, and we've now got the statement by the foreign minister. What more do we know about these developments? Because violence continues.
Just a while ago, the Afghan spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid also issued a statement, Anisha, saying that Pakistan has violated the Afghan territory yet again, and now Afghanistan has given a befitting reply to Pakistani forces. And in fact, many of the Pakistani soldiers have been killed in this action, and also some of the Pakistani posts have already been captured by Afghanistan. These are the claims being made by the Taliban. But if you see, the situation remained tense across the Durand Line of over 2,000 kilometers. And in fact, this is not for the first time this has happened. But the statement which has come from Kabul, from the Taliban spokesperson, clearly indicating that Pakistan is running and crying and running to various other partners, saying that they should mediate. And we know that how Pakistan run to foreign nations and asking them to mediate. We have seen these things during the Operation Sindoor as well, and now in a conflict with Afghanistan as well, they are doing the same practice. But if you see who initiated this, at a time when Afghan Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi was visiting India, Pakistan decided to carry out a military action in Afghan territories. Initiator of this conflict was actually Pakistan. Now if Pakistan getting a beating out of this conflict, now the onus or responsibility lies on their authorities and their military. Definitely, this border remained a tense portion of geography. And if you see in last 4 years, that there have been multiple instances, and in every time Pakistan got the beating by the Talibans and Taliban fighters along the Durand Line. Right now, the Chaman border, Torkham border, and especially in the Boldak area of Afghanistan-Pakistan border, Pakistan initiated a military action this morning at around 8 a.m. And after that, the Afghan forces, especially the Taliban forces, gave a retaliatory action. And in that retaliatory action, Pakistan got a beating out of it, and they have lost some soldiers. And also they have lost some posts as well. This is what is being claimed by the Taliban. Clearly, there's an intensification of conflict. US President Donald Trump has also taken a notice of it. You have heard him saying that probably after returning after the Gaza peace plan, he might take a look into this conflict, and he'll also try and mediate this conflict as well. But the bigger issue remains that Pakistan is facing internal conflicts as well as the external conflicts, and right now they are in a very precarious situation that both on their eastern flank as well as on their western flank, they are facing a very tense situation.
Pranay, we're looking at the visuals that are coming in, we're looking at the news that's coming in, particularly the claim that has been made now by the Afghan spokesperson, by the Taliban spokesperson, that Pakistan sought mediation immediately after the hostilities broke out. What more are you picking up from your sources? How is the international community looking into this? You just mentioned Donald Trump. What about, are we picking up anything from the Middle East? Are we picking up anything from other countries?
Anisha, right now the bigger concern for the West Asia is the Gaza peace plan and its implementation. Though the deal has been signed, but the bigger issues as far as the implementation, the working out modalities are concerned, they are still a work in progress and yet to be finalized. So I don't think so that they have much to pay attention to the Pakistan's crying as far as the Afghan border is concerned. However, Qatar remains a key partner because you will recall, Anisha, that before coming to power, before August 2021, Taliban had their political office running from Doha. In fact, United States brokered a peace deal with Taliban in Doha only. So definitely Qatar exercised certain kind of influence there. Pakistan negotiated a defense pact with Saudi Arabia. But if you see Saudi Arabia also, they might be having some contact with Taliban leaders. They might be having some back-channel talks with the Afghan leaders. But right now, the kind of action we are witnessing on Afghan-Pakistan border, because Pakistan here has miserably failed in either assessing Taliban, their military strength, and the way they wanted to take a military action.
Stay on with me. Gaurav Sawant has also joined us on this story. Gaurav, Pakistan asking for help for mediation from Qatar and Saudi, and as Pranay was saying, the world is currently focused on the Gaza peace plan, even as the Afghan-Pakistan border is seeing hostilities. The Pakistan government asking for mediation, asking the other countries to intervene. What more are you picking up?
Pakistan has very clearly bitten off more than it can chew, and it's in trouble virtually on every border. There are multiple fires that are raging across Pakistan. You look at the situation along the Afpak border, it's 2,600 kilometers long, and from Spin Poldak to Torkham, there are clashes that are on. And Pakistan cannot be seen to be weaker than the Taliban. So it's escalating on the face of it as a face saver, and yet seeking dialogue to bring tempers down. Remember, Pakistan's Defense Minister Khwaja Asif, Pakistan's DG ISI, National Security Advisor, and two generals, they sought visa to Afghanistan 3 times, and 3 times Afghanistan denied the visa, saying if you have proof of Afghanistan's involvement or TTP's involvement, then you come to us, otherwise you're wasting our time. So look at the way Afghanistan is responding to Pakistan. That's point one. Point two, militarily, Pakistan is extremely weak. We saw that during Operation Sindoor, when on the 10th of May, after India's bombing of 11 Pakistani air bases, they were desperately seeking a ceasefire. Here, within a day, they're seeking a ceasefire and mediation through Qatar and Saudi Arabia. That's point two. Point three, Pakistan is now burning internally in Pakistan's Punjab province, which is Pakistan's Achilles heel, when Tehreek-e-Labbaik cadre are out on the streets saying that the Pakistan army, being Muslims themselves, are killing fellow Sunni Muslims. So it's so many fires that are raging in Pakistan in an attempt to punch above its weight. Pakistan has clearly got more trouble for itself virtually on every border and internally, whether it's Balochistan or Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pak-occupied, Kashmir, Gilgit-Baltistan, and now Pakistan's Punjab province.
Well, Gaurav, can you take us through what as you just mentioned, Pakistan has been trying to reach out to the international community on this. We're also seeing, as you just mentioned, that Pakistan is facing a lot of violence, a lot of conflict on all sides of the border right now. Could you take us through what we do know about the actual incidents at the Afpak border? What exactly is happening? What has happened after Qatar and Saudi were asked to intervene? Gaurav.
So initially, it started on the 11th of October. On the 11th of October, Pakistan accused Afghanistan of shielding Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, that was involved in the killing of a colonel of the Pakistan Army and a major of the Pakistan Army, and 16 personnel, 11 in one incident, 5 in another. So in all, you had about 16, 17 Pakistan Army personnel being massacred by TTP, including officers. So Pakistan carried out retaliatory strikes, or what it claimed was retaliatory strikes through forces into Kabul. They were trying to kill TTP chief and several other TTP commanders. So in Paktia and Paktika province, they carried out airstrikes and drone strikes. In retaliation, Afghanistan struck at multiple positions, and then Pakistan went to Saudi Arabia and Qatar and sought a ceasefire. There was a ceasefire, but then Pakistan escalated once again, according to Afghanistan, in response of which late last night, early this morning, Afghan forces entered Pakistan in the Spin border area. That's one of the border crossings. So there are four very major, border crossings. So you start from Torkham, you come down to Khurram, then you go to Angur, and then Spin Boldak in the south. So
Okay.
all across four crossings, they've attacked virtually everyone. They've entered Pakistan. They claim they've picked up some Pakistani tanks, armored personal carriers, and some soldiers as prisoners of war.
All right. Thank you for that, Gaurav Sawant.